with us in Evanston, Illinois. Ryan Field, home of the Northwestern Wildcats. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on a team from the Big 10, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Northwestern has the kickoff team on the field as we're about ready to start. Bringing it out. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. The Bears offense will go to work first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Throws to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Cabrera. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Let's send the tight end in motion. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Bears with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Dobbs. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'll try to run for it. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. So Northwestern's offense will take the field for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Makes the catch around the 50. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Looking to throw on first down. Took a shot as he threw.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Fires to the tight end. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They just keep firing. Grabbed behind the line. It's Dobbs. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, even you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
It is 3rd and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. Looking deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Bears will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
To the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Dumps it to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Rush is on him. Hauls it in. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Handoff to the lone back. Got the first down and more. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down. On the run deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. He's got it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Reads it, fires complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Pulls and fires complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Here we go.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Using his feet. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a...
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Out of the backfield, he's open. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Jamison. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on first down from the 28. They're working that left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Dobbs. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Quarterback empties his backfield. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's caught. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. It's on target and complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Bears had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Here comes the heat. Got it behind the line. It's Dobbs. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw. Touchdown Bears! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Going right and going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative.
He's got it out. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Northwestern.
You know, we just went to half, and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the returner will be knocked down. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. And the quick shuffle pass underneath. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. They get him on the ground with this running game imposing its will. 6-yard gain down to the 17. The Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Good timing on the quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Leaves it with the running back. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. 1st down here for the offense. They want to throw it. Right on the money. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Off play action on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's got him wide open. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
And that is another.
That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere.
Touchdown, Northwestern. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets it out fast. Jumped on top of the pile.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. With the catch, it's Dobbs. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They're going back to the ground. Sports across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Bears are on the move. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Defense looks like they're coming. Motion from the wideout. This is a designed run. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. To the ground. He's got it again.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throwing right. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few first downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the first down.
Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to throw again. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got 2nd and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got 3rd and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on 4th.
Throws to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Creates a little space. Turning it on. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Bears come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He leaves it with the back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Gotta have it here on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch with these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
The Bears, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quick completion on the out. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. He's going for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Makes the catch. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Under a minute to go, just take a knee here and avoid the potential for disaster.
And we've seen it, Reese, very recently in schools that might be in the Sunshine State that decided to run the football and run plays, and it's come back to bite him. So there's nothing wrong, Jesse, with being conservative, taking a knee, taking the victory.
I think Miami and Georgia Tech are heeding your advice very, very carefully based on what we've seen in those recent years. Don't have to overthink this thing. Victory formation, leave the stadium with a W.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Sticks it in his belly. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
One thing you know with this guy, fullback, he's not going to fumble the football. And I think that's why they're handing it off to him in the 4th quarter with the lead.
And the Wildcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try the left side. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this